won't be quiet, it won't be safe, and it won't be calm.
Run up and down lots of corridors!
That was the one!
Stand off to the right, Brigadier.
Locking phasers on target.
They're locking phasers. Ray shields.
Fire!
But I tell you what it will be. I'll tell you what it will be. The trip of a lifetime.
Yes, indeed, and then yes, indeed. Good evening, good morning. I hope you're all doing well wherever you are in this wonderful world of ours. It's a bit parky here. I know. I'm crying like a bitch, right? I am. I'm being a giant whip because it's like, I'm sure it's colder in England. Holy crap, I'm sure it's probably colder in Jerusalem than it is in here. I think the low is, let's have a look, see what the temperature is, like 12. So like, that's nothing. What was it? Current Israel weather. Let's see what they're saying it is. Between 9 and 16, right? That's not so terrible, right? That is totally. I am freezing my my bollocks off, right? I totally am. It's cold. I'm just not used to it, right? I'm not used to it at all. Like last night, we have I don't know if you still have heat like this in England. It was great when I was a kid. Oh, central heating. Like with the radiators along the side of the roofs. Oh, God, it warmed up a house. Like, I would never wear a coat inside a house, right? My parents actually were big against that, wearing a coat inside the house. And because it was nice and toasty, right? You just don't get that outside of England. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen it. We don't get it in Israel because it's built to, like, be cold in the summer rather than hot, hot. Yeah. Hot in the winter, sadly. So I'm really much that. To add insult to injury, right? Tonight's my wife's night. She used to go and play. What's that? Is it bridge? I think she's going. Maybe it's bridge. No, is it bridge? No, it's not bridge. It's a game like that with Chinese game with tiles. What's it called again? Hang on. Chinese game with tiles. Is it mahjong? Mahjong. Right. She used to go and play mahjong with the a couple of names, and like that kind of fell by the wayside. I know. I guess the reason it fell by the wayside is the fourth person there was big anti-Trump person, and the house he goes to is the only person is as crazily pro-Trump as me, and I am crazily pro-Trump. Oh my God, we're going to talk about that in a minute, right? So then she just needed to get out and see people again. I mean, so they arranged to have a hangout night, right? So how does this affect me, right? This should not affect me at all. Yes, it does, because my wife just, I can smell it, right? I get this delicious smell in my nose. I'm going, I want that. She took, she was thinking of doing like a baked potato. We had leftover fresh broccoli from Sabbath and garlic and cheese. And she was just going to make a baked potato and put it with. I was like, that's pretty darn good. But then she said, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the potatoes, right? I'm going to, and I'm going to cut them up into larger chunks and fry them. I think it'd be way better than baking it. Well, I guess okay. Well, better's a relative term. And then cook the broccoli and the cheese and then. Oh God, it smells so good. Oh, it's killing me. It's killing. I'm crying like a bitch, right? I'm crying like a bitch because they got, we still have quite a lot left over from Sabbath. I'm quite impressed. So I'm having baked potatoes tonight. I was going to have it earlier, didn't have time after the stream, but I have a choice of roast chicken or ribs to have with it. I don't know which way I'm going to go, baby. I don't know, but I am excited to find out. Let me tell you, I am indeed excited to find out. It is cray out there in so many freaking ways. There's so much crazy. Let me see if I can pull up. See where we're going to start. No, we got crazy intersecting with Doctor Who. that we got to deal with. No, not that, not that, not that. Yeah. Okay. First item in batshit crazyville is this, right? It's what's it over here? Doink. Share screen. Every time I breathe in, I can smell that incredible meal my wife made. I'm like, oh God, it's so good. Okay, this just struck me as one of the most crazy things I've ever seen. I'm biologically a female, insists trans NHS doctor. Well, no, you're not. Do you have a penis? That means you're a boy, right? That means you're a boy. You know, again, we have to go to our medical correspondents who can explain this very, very clearly.
There are no chicks with dicks, Johnny. Only guys with tits.
Indeed. And that's an animated teddy bear. You're a motherfucking doctor, and you still don't fucking know. Really? Like, I don't know. Let's say I'm in the ER, right? I'm looking due, and I got my the old yid lid on, right? You know, and I have a choice of like a doctor, a liberal doctor wearing a Palestinian keffiyeh, right? A Muslim doctor looking at me dodgily, or her. Fuck me. I don't know what I'm going to do. Thank God I live in Israel, right? Thank God I live in Israel, because they would all try and kill me. Like, what is up with this? Let's see what she's got to say to herself. Dr. Beth Upton, I bet Beth isn't your name either, darling, tells employment tribunal that trans women have the right to get changed in front of female. No, you fucking don't, right? You don't have the right to do that. A transgendered NHS doctor who changed in front of women has claimed to be a biological female. So what? Your penis is female? Oh, they believe this, Bill. They're like, they believe that. They do. I don't understand it. Who was born a male and now identifies as a female, stated in evidence to the employment board, I'm biologically female, and said that sex had no defined or agreed meaning in science. Again, I don't think you're a very good doctor. I'll be frank. I do not think you're a very good doctor. The only medic is in the central landmark case after Sandy Peggy, a female nurse, claimed she faced harassment as a result of being forced to share changing room with Dr. Upton. I don't blame her. In a Chelsea tribunal with Naomi Cunningham, Miss Peggy's lawyer, the doctor repeated the claim of being female, stated colleagues uncomfortable with trans women using female-only spaces held misinformed, biased, unpleasant, and bigoted views. No! I don't know. Do you have a penis? It's that fucking simple. Do you have a penis? Yes, but it's a female penis. No, it's not. That's your opinion, and you're batshit bonkers, darling. Right? Batshit bonkers. Oh, I've got to pull up the thing here. Yeah, I think it could. Here, let me find this. Because, like, the whole era woke is over. It's over. Hang on. As we saw at the Super Bowl, right? Was it Taylor's Super Bowl? Where she got roundly booed. Here, let me see if I can get the video. Right? She's like, what's happening? Why are they booing me? Because you're the worst. Because, like, again, you're woke. You endorse Kamala Harris, who is the worst. Oh, was the worst, right? I mean, can you imagine how bad things would be with how great things are now? Oh, here, 1 second. Taylor, and I'm really glad her star is falling. She is just irritating as hell. And then I'll compare it to Trump at the Super Bowl. 1 second, Trump Super Bowl, doink. Where they're all like standing and cheering for him. Where is it? No. Really? Trump coming out of the Super Bowl. Was it? He was saluting. That was a cool thing. Salute. And no, what's this? Was this a halftime show? Oh, here it is. Here we go. 1 second. Doink. Oh, stop that. There you go. How come every time I go away from it, it plays? No, I don't want you to play. Go away. There you go. Doing. Look, woke is over. And it's so over now. Like now it's being destroyed by the by Trump, by the United States. It's this they are just taking a chainsaw to the apparatus of the deep state, and the deep state are crying like bitches. I mean, like, and look, there's no wonder all this insane shit is going down. Look at this, right? Again, Elon Musk going through was it the Department of Department of Government Efficiency, and where is it? Hang on. No, not Pocahontas. That's a different one. Yeah, here we go.
Aborted baby parts into lab animals. Have you heard?
Okay, I'll say this. Lauren Boebert is super hot. Okay, she is super hot.
Heard of that sort of research?
Yeah, we did.
What'd she say?
Implant aborted baby parts into lab animals. Have you heard of that sort of research?
Yeah, we did an analysis a few years ago showing that over 90% of experiments with using human fetal tissue and putting them involved animals were funded by Fauci's NIAID.
Do you know where they're getting the aborted human fetal tissue?
A lot of it is happening at colleges and universities that have affiliated hospitals that perform that procedure.
Madam Chair, I think we need to look into that as well.
Yeah, I mean, like that they why are they grafting aborted babies into mice, right? I heard that they said they're doing other, like, giving them transgendered surgeries. What? Why are you fucking around with animals? I mean, I hope they're mice, not dogs. Oh, that'd be all too awful, right? You get this lovely little beagle, right? And you suddenly make him into a chick. I don't think the dog will like it. I don't think the dog will like it, okay? I don't think the dog will like it. That's just me. I'm no expert. I'm no veterinarian. I'm no doctor. I just think that's fucked up, right? I just think that's... What's that line from Jurassic Park? The scientists weren't worrying so much if they could do something. They shouldn't. They never ask themselves if they should do something. Yeah. Yeah, just... But anyway, the age of woke is over. Thank God. So Taylor Swift, she heavily endorsed Kamala Harris. And I don't know if she was just... Did she believe what she was saying? I really don't know. Here's the reception she got, right? Again, she's used to being adored by everybody. Yeah, she's being roundly booed. Like, what's going on? What's going on? It means you're being... It means that people are sick of your woke bullshit. Yes, you can sell $1 billion in tickets to idiot teenagers. Oh, that doesn't really make you a pundit, darling, right? That doesn't make you a pundit. Compared to Trump's reception at the Super Bowl. Well, look, this whole Super Bowl was really designed at the time when they thought Trump was going to lose, right? That's when everything came out. Hang on, so we'll just scoot forward to...
At the twilight's last gleaming.
Yeah, when I have like a real super, he's doing well though. I like that. Okay, that you're crying at the national anthem. I don't know if you're crying at the national anthem. I don't know who you are, but I like that, right? Yeah. Okay, look at this. It's so American. Okay, that looks a bit. What's that? What's that movie? Not Galaxy Troopers. Is it Star Troopers? The like quasi-fat, no, the super fascist one. They just didn't say it was fascist. That was a really good movie. Is it Starship Troopers? Right? That looks a bit Starship Troopers, mate. I have to tell you. But again, listen to the cheer he gets. Why? Because they're done with this batshit stupid insanity. Oh, I forgot to download this other clip. Where is it? Over here. Where he's asked a stupid question. And he deals with it like a human being. Oh. One second, I find it. No. People are crazy. Stupid question. Let's see if I can pull that up. Oh, dumb question, I think he said. Dumb. Duh. And again, I just like he talks like a human being. And the liberals are just losing their mind. They are literally losing, which is going to be a major segment of tonight's show, because who did indeed caught the crazes. They really did. Question. Doink. There we go. Let's open this up. Share screen. There we go.
Suggested that if the Supreme Court rules in a way that you don't like, they can just enforce it by themselves. Do you agree with that?
I don't know even what you're talking about. Neither.
What?
Just enforce it by themselves. Do you agree with that? You don't like.
If the Supreme Court rules in a way you don't like, what's the question?
They can just enforce it by themselves. Do you agree with that?
I don't
Make it so you just what? I mean, I don't know.
know even what.
Barry, can you see the A on the map there? That's the Gulf of America. And I love that he's doing that. Oh, God. I mean, like, America first, right? And it doesn't mean you hate anywhere else. It means and every country should be like this. If every country puts themselves first and respects everybody else, everybody has a stronger country. It's crazy. But what the hell was that? You don't understand the question.
What you're talking about. Neither do you.
Exactly. You don't understand what you're talking about, neither do
Who are you with?
Up close, sir.
Who?
Up close.
Oh, no wonder. I thought they died. Are they still around? I haven't read them in years. I thought they died. All right, go ahead. Who else?
I mean, he's giving more press conference, I think. Certainly more press conference than Biden has in his whole term in the first 3 weeks. Like, it's such a transparent presence. And again, the liberals are melting down. Oh, look at this.
Weeks into the second Trump presidency.
Caitlin Collins, one of the worst journalists I've ever. And what's she wearing? What's that medallion she's got on? Is that to ward off the evil eye? Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know how she got into business. Do you remember about a year ago she did a town hall with Trump and he just tore her up? Oh.
Weeks. And tonight there are warnings that the U.S. is dangerously close to a constitutional crisis.
No, it's not.
Now, the first shoe on this dropped when a federal judge today said the White House is defying his order to unfreeze billions of dollars in federal aid.
Yeah. Look, there's all these insane leftist activist judges, right? And they're all going bye-bye too. Check this out, right? This is what the lawfare is like, right? And it's going on. And here's the thing. I think they're going to lose every single battle, right? I think they're going to lose every battle. New Congressman Ellie Crane from Arizona is filing articles of impeachment against a U.S. District Judge Paul Engelmeyer, an activist judge who has issued a ruling blocking Dodge. Yeah. So Dodge is doing an audit on the government to find spending, and he's made it illegal for them to be able to view the Treasury's documents. Partisan judges abusing their position is a threat to democracy. Judge Engelmeyer is attempting to stop the White House employees from accessing the very systems they oversee. Where in the Constitution does it say the president and his team cannot root out obvious waste, fraud, and abuse? Nowhere. But they don't want to admit there's obvious waste, fraud, and do I have that clip from Jon Stewart? And I'm not really a fan of Jon Stewart, but hang on. Jon Stewart, because it really shows you this insane arrogance of waste. See if it comes up. The extreme. Here it is of the people we're dealing with here. Oh God, they're the worst. 1 second, doink. Waste. There we go. Oh, wrong thing. Wait, hey, let's go back to Caitlin Collins. Because see what again. I can't believe they're still on the same media spin. It failed over and over. He's president again, right? You threw every bit of shit at him you possibly could, and it failed. When you can get the memo, it's not working. It's not working because nobody gives a shit about what you have to say.
That we've had a judge expressly accuse the Trump administration of ignoring a court ruling. And in a separate case today, federal employees here in Washington told a judge that the
Do you remember when Biden said he's going to forgive all college debt and the Supreme Court said no? And he was like, was that a constitutional crisis? No, this is just lawfare.
The administration was defying another order by not reinstating workers who had been put on leave.
They've been put on leave because they're about to be fired. Yeah, it's over. USAID is over. And boy, did they find so many USAID packages in Gaza. Right, we're going to get to Gaza in a minute.
Now, this all has prominent Democrats and many of the nation's top constitutional scholars declaring that the U.S. is on the brink of a reckoning.
Yeah, I think you might be full of pee-pee. Full of doo-doo, darling. Full of doo-doo. Right? Maybe full of pee-pee as well. But full of shit. Anyway, Jon Stewart, not a great fan of his, but boy, is he able to skewer the administration when he does. Check this out.
There is a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse within a system.
Audits and waste, fraud, and abuse are not the same thing. So let's
That's true. An audit uncovers waste, fraud, and abuse. But no, audit and ain't waste, fraud, no, not the same thing.
Then please educate me on
sure.
What
so an audit is
difference.
exactly what you just described,
Yes.
which is, do I know what was delivered to which place?
Right.
The ability to pass an audit or the fact that the DOD has not passed an audit is not suggestive of waste, fraud, and abuse.
Yes, it is.
That is completely false, right?
That's completely true.
There. So
what is
now
it
it's a question of it's
good for you, Joseph. So what's it suggestive of?
Suggestive that we don't have an accurate inventory that we can pull up of what we have where. That is not the same as saying we can't do that because waste, fraud, and abuse has occurred.
No, I know. That's the next step when you go, well, why can't you pull it up? Oh, because we wasted it, we were fraudulent with it, and we abused it.
So in my world,
yeah,
that's waste.
How is that waste?
If I give you $1 billion and you can't tell me what happened to it, that to me is wasteful. That means you are not responsible. But if you can't,
I love how she's like, ha ha ha, you silly little yokel.
Tell me where it went, then what am I supposed to think? And when there has been reporting, I mean, this is not. Look, I'm not saying this is on you, and
I am.
That you
I don't even know who she is.
Cause this, but I think it's a tough argument to
I'm pretty
make
sure
that
I didn't cause it.
an $850 billion budget to an organization that can't pass an audit and tell you where that money went. Like, I think
look at her thumbs. Look at how her nervous movement of her thumbs. Finally being asked questions she can't answer on the spot.
That money went. Like, I think most people would consider that somewhere in the realm of waste, fraud, or abuse, because they would wonder why that money isn't well accounted for. And especially when they see food insecurity on military bases, and they see...
You want to talk about that? Because that's a good... we should be talking... I mean,
well,
I'm trying to understand where you're trying to go, other than the dollars, which...
Dollars is quite important because it's the people's dollars, right? That I would say that's very, very important.
Really bother you.
Yeah, it does. It really bothers everybody apart from you because you're stealing it, so you don't want to focus on it, and we're having it stolen from us. So we do want to focus on it.
I think it doesn't really bother me. I think it's all connected.
Okay.
I think
tell
look,
me that story. Tell me how you're thinking about that.
When I see...
Tell me that story. Oh, God, you make me want to vomit.
A State Department get a certain amount of money and a military budget be 10 times that.
Again, I think we've seen the intense arrogance. Again, it's over. Oh, it's so incredibly over. Right? They're just and I don't think they realize how over they certainly don't realize how over it is, right? They do not realize how over it is. Meanwhile, I think the world might be about to blow up, right? I do think the world might be about to blow up because of Gaza once again. So I don't know what to tell you, right? Because do we have the pictures of them? We all saw the hostages return. Here we go. Share the screen. Doink. Because we all saw the picture of the hostages return on Saturday, and they look like they walked out of Schindler's List. By the way, this guy, hostage Shlomo Mansour, 85, was slain on October 7th. His body held in Gaza. Fucking scum they are. Oh, God, they make me want to retch, right? Trump, Hamas tells Trump, threats have no value as Israeli far-right praises ultimatum. God, I hate times of Israel. It's not far-right. It's most people praise the ultimatum, right? Now, what is this? Oh, here, do you have a picture of the hostages that they returned? Should be somewhere. Man, Connie went off on a bender. Okay, Connie. Here, maybe... One second. We'll do... I can't remember the name of them. Let me find it here. Oh, wait. Bound, gagged, and starved. Yeah, how the hostages were treated. Just insane. Apparently, there's been proof of life for this guy from a few months ago. I don't know if any of them are still alive. Yeah, you're right. Fine. So you see... So this poor guy, holy crap! I wish I had the before and after picture of him. This poor guy, right? It's awful. His wife and daughter was murdered, and he didn't know on October 7th. He says he's looking forward to seeing them again. All right, and all these people, like, look at them. They look like skeletons. Do they have a before and after picture? Hang on. Let's have a look. No. Yeah, okay, before and after. Like, this guy and this guy, the same person, right? You know, this guy, the same. And yeah, this is the guy who lost his family and didn't know about it. My heart breaks for him, right? Genuinely, my heart breaks for him, right? It's awful, right? It's absolutely. Of course, by the way, here, Owen Jones is such a piece of anti-Semitic filth that he cannot let there be any negative light against his murdering, raping pieces of filth and must, which he loves to death because he hates Jews. So he shared this picture. Teacher Ibrahim al-Shawiz, before being detained, after being detained. So you'll see, they do the same thing to the Palestinians. They're just as bad. Excuse me. Teacher Ibrahim al-Shawiz is suffering from cancer. And is being treated in an Israeli hospital, all right, while dying from cancer. And like, they're so desperate to draw a moral equivalence, right? To say they're morally superior. They're desperate. And why are they desperate? Because they're so morally inferior. Anyway, Trump's had enough, right? So I don't know what this means, right? I'll give you some news from the ground. Yeah, that's what he said about it.
Reports there that Hamas is going to stop releasing Israeli hostages, and what was your reaction?
I think it's terrible. Look,
listen, why are they going to stop releasing hostages? Because they didn't realize how much shit they were going to get from how awful the hostages look, and I don't think they're going to look any better after this, if there's any alive, right? I don't know if there's any more still, maybe 1, 2, or 3. Yeah, not many. It's incredible, though. You know, like, my wife, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I said, look, this hostage deal is to get out the living hostages, and then we're going back to war, right? We're going back to war, hopefully in a different way. And also Egypt's massing tanks along the Gaza border as well. I'm hoping that's to stop the Gazans, because they do not want the Gazans in any way, shape, or form, right? They do not want them, right? Rather than to invade and protect the Gazans and go to war with Israel. I find that unlikely, but man, when I see a bunch of tanks massing, and both my sons are in the tank brigade, I'm like, what's going on there, right? Well, like, Trump is like, this is bullshit.
Looked at the hostages that came in, and they're emaciated. It looked like something out of the 1930s. It's an absolute disgrace. And I think they saw the way the world viewed it, and they're looking for a reason not to send more, because they're all, you take a look at that.
Yeah, and they're shocked. But they are alive! Sure, we tortured and starved them for a year and a half. They still live. Why you cry? You weak people.
It looks like it was looked like it was a concentration camp, which essentially it was. Looks like they came out of the Holocaust. And what a sad thing. One of them was a young man, good-looking guy, a little bit heavier than perhaps he could have been, and now he...
See, this is why I'd always be nervous about meeting Trump. He'll tell the truth to me. And, you know, people don't like truth.
Looks like he's not even recognizable. Not even recognizable.
Is the ceasefire deal at risk of falling apart?
Look, I can tell you that those people have been badly hurt, both mentally and physically.
Oh, man, what they did to them mentally they kept saying, oh, we're going to release you. Nobody cares about you. The first days of the war, they said they don't care about you, Israel. They've forgotten you. You're over, right? Man, I can't imagine what it's like to be under that sort of psychological torture.
I'm talking about the young women that came out also previously. And I think one of the reasons they're doing this is because they're probably sending the best. What you see is probably the best because they want to send people that look at least healthy. And that's not healthy. These people have been badly hurt. They've been interviewed by our representatives. They've been interviewed by Israeli representatives, and they're really hurting. They are really hurting mentally and physically.
Oh, but that's not the ultimatum. Yeah, I got it over here. I'm sure I got it over here in bookmarks. Hang on. Is this it? No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. No, it's got a. As I remember. Oh, this is it. Here we go. I think this is it. Oh, I just found the Taylor Swift and Trump side-by-side video that I wanted earlier. Never mind. Doink. Because, okay, while it's good that he has our back on this, while it's good that he has our back on this, this ultimatum he issued is far better.
Hamas has been a disaster. And by the way, I have to tell you that I watched the hostages come back today, and they look like Holocaust survivors. They were in horrible condition. They were emaciated. It looked like many years ago, the Holocaust survivors.
Again, the damage control that the Owen Joneses and the, it's a real shame because I agree with them on so many things. Phil Morris is, the Doctor Who guy who found, was it Enemy of the World and Web of Fear? He hates Jews. He's so anti-Semitic. And I like him in so many ways, but he just really doesn't like Jews.
And I don't know how much longer we can take that. When I watch that, I know we have a deal where we're supposed to they dribble in and keep dribbling in.
They got 1,000 hardened criminals back so far, right? Right now, and a bunch of them are like near me. We're fortifying the defenses in my town because if shit hits the fan, they're going to be attacking everywhere, probably here as well.
But they are in really bad shape. They have been treated brutally, horribly. Even the ones that came out earlier, they were in a little bit better shape, but mentally they were treated so badly. Who could take that? At some point, we're going to lose our patience.
Yeah, he's going to say that point is Saturday at noon.
When I see that scene that I saw today with people coming out of helicopters and airplanes that are emaciated, that look like they haven't had a meal in a month.
It's more like a year and a half there, Donald, but okay.
Reason for that, and I don't know how much longer we can take it.
Do you mean you want to recast?
I don't know how long we can take it. When I watch people that were healthy people a reasonably short number of years ago, and you look at them today, they look like they've aged 25 years. They literally look like the old pictures of Holocaust survivors. The same thing. The same thing. And I don't know how long we're going to take that.
Yeah, again, it's just so great. Ultimatum. It's still not the ultimatum. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, it's got to be here somewhere. It's 8 minutes long. Fine. Here. It's got subtitles built into it, so we should be able to find the right section. Because the ultimatum was essentially he wants them all the hostages released by Saturday at noon. Otherwise, all hell's going to break loose. Is his exact quote. Oh hell! Let's see if we can find it, because it's better. Honestly, it's better him saying it than me saying it. And then we'll get to the chat shortly. Here we can find it. Right. By the way, I was replying to comments on my videos today, right? And somebody commented Mike Reed with lots of laughy face. I'm like, why did I mention Mike Reed? What was going on? So what I did was I downloaded the video because I deleted after I uploaded it to YouTube. I downloaded the video and put it into Adobe Premiere, which is like the editing suite I use. And they got a new AI tool now. You click a button and it'll make a transcript of the whole video, even with my mush mouth pronunciation. And I just did a search for Mike, right? And Mike Reed. Apparently, I was comparing it to was it Joe Martin to Mike Reed. That's pretty how she sounded. That's not represent the hurting physical. Blah 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 blah. Where is this? Here we go. Yeah, I think it's around here.
They probably feel that they can't do that because it's not going to make them look very good.
What did I miss?
Does it delay that, sir? Should the ceasefire then be off?
Well, I would say this, and I'm going to let that because that's Israel's decision. But as far as I'm concerned, if all of the hostages aren't returned by Saturday at 12 o'clock, I think it's an appropriate time. I would say cancel it and all bets are off and let hell break out. I'd say they ought to be returned by 12 o'clock on Saturday, and if they're not returned, all of them, not in drips and drabs, not 2 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 2. Saturday at 12 o'clock, and after that, I would say all hell is going to break out. And I don't think they're going to do it. I think a lot of them are dead. I think a lot of the hostages are dead. I think
Me too.
It's a great human tragedy.
It's, again, 2 or 3 weeks ago, my wife was not happy about this ceasefire deal. I said the function of it is to get out the living hostages, how many they are. Now she's like, oh, look, if they're all dead, just like carpet bomb them. They're not going to carpet bomb them. Although I do think if hostilities start again, we're going to be able to fight this war like any other country fights a war, right? And I think Trump will have our back to do that.
What's happened, how people can be that mean to do. I mean, the one guy was laughing when a hostage, he thought his family was alive, found out the family was dead, and his captor, so to speak, started laughing because he thought it was so funny. You know, this is a different group of people. No.
Yeah, I would say Trump is honestly one of the first moral world leaders I've ever seen. Right? It's blowing my mind. It is blowing my mind. But what does that mean? All hell's going to break loose, right? What does that mean? I don't know. Look, my son is his army service is up in about a month and a half, right? And they wanted to like give him to his Miller Wim, which is like you when you become a reservist. He wants to start his reserve duty straight away, but they're they sound like they're being nice to him because he's newly married, right? So so he was looking like he was going to come home for the Sabbath, and then he said, "Oh, I don't know, it's looking dodgy." But as of today, he said coming home on Thursday, and I'm going to be home for about till Tuesday, I think. Which doesn't sound like things are about to kick off. I don't know. I mean, it's I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what pressure Trump has to bring on them. I guess he can he can't put sanctions or remove. He can remove aid from the Palestinians, from Jordan, from Egypt. He can make their life very, 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 very hard, and he wants them to take the hostages, right? Not the hostages, the Palestinians, which is really, the only solution, I'm afraid, because look, here's the fact, right?
For the
We start off by saying, "Oh, this is just against Hamas. It's not against the people of Gaza." Trouble is, 99% of the people of Gaza are Hamas, right? And there's going to be no peace with them here because they would rather be killed en masse than make peace with us. That's really the bottom line. So this is why I think his plans are genius. So after this, we will get to
build beautiful communities for the 1.9 million people. We'll build beautiful communities, safe communities. Could be 5, 6, could be 2, but we'll build safe communities a little bit away from where they are, where all of this danger is. In the meantime, I would own this. Think of it as a real estate development for the future. It would be a beautiful.
Again, I keep telling my son, find a nice bit of coastline next to where they're going to build. Was it Trump Plaza? Put a flag in it so we can build a house right next door.
Piece of land.
Would the Palestinians
no
have the
big
right
money
to return?
spent. No, they wouldn't, because they're going to have much better housing, much better. In other words, I'm talking about building a permanent place for them. Because if they have to return now, it'll be years before you could ever. It's not habitable.
And they keep saying, "Oh, Gaza's a concentration camp." Well, come on out here. We'll build you a lovely home. No, we'll take it. I mean,
it will be years before it could happen. I'm talking about starting to build, and I think I could make a deal with Jordan. I think I could make a deal with Egypt.
I think you could do, because they're very much dependent upon you.
Give them billions and billions of dollars a year.
Yeah, and that's the thing. America has a lot of power, and they're flexing their power, and it is great. Oh, it is great to behold. It is wonderful. So I don't know what's going to happen. I know it's interesting though, from a Kabbalistic point of view. On tomorrow night is a minor Jewish holiday called Tu B'Shvat, which is the New Year for trees. I talked about it the other day, right? And it's when the reality that they basically from September until April, right? A reality that has been built has been growing in utero, and you get to the first real concrete signs of it by Tu B'Shvat, and it's like, yeah, okay. So if we're gonna go to a major war against by the way, we beat Lebanon. We beat Hezbollah so badly they had to change things because they're like a real country, right? They're like, well, we can't let them destroy everything. Gaza's like, no, turn it all to rubble. We're fine with it, says the Gazans. So I don't know. And then a month later, we have the miraculous holiday of Purim, where we get blind drunk. Maybe we'll see miracles, and then we have the rebirth of Passover, which is 1 month after that. So we're in an interesting 2-month cycle, right? And we're just ending up this other cycle called Shovavim, which how many weeks is it? 6-week period where a lot of the creative energy that builds reality comes into the world for the year. And again, boy, have you seen Trump getting pure access to that, right? So, I think that's we could be. I hope we are in for a wild couple of months, right? That would be fantastic. Maybe, who knows or dares to dream where we will be after this. Anyway, you know where we want to be? Wherever this is, right? This looks like the greatest fast food place ever. Yes. Maybe I should have the most sexy dinner ladies. I don't know. So it looks like I'm the first companion to lose a job before being on screen. Well, let me be fair. If they continue without Disney, which I think they want to, they may carry over. Look, I have to tell you, I was not so happy with Varada Sethu's casting. Firstly, Millie Gibson, frickin', she was the best thing about season 1, whatever. One of the only good things about it. She was excellent in it, right? And also very easy on the eye, right? So it's the same when Bonnie Langford came in after Nicola Bryant. I'm like, what? How? No. So I was not well disposed of Varada Sethu. Her performance in Boom, which an episode which I didn't particularly like, but her performance in Boom I thought was excellent. Right? I've only seen her in Andor before then, which was like a wet blanket. I thought she was really great in that. So I think she'll be a great companion. In this era, though, the woke queer era, I don't know. So it looks like I'll be the first man to lose a job before being on screen. And I thought I was screwed over. You were, darling. You were. Exit shooting. Reports circulate that the nauseating star. I've got to put that. The nauseating star is out the door. Could this be the end of the queer Doctor Who? One can only hope. Puppy Bowl. Can love that. I love James Gunn. Okay, I love James Gunn. What's not to love about James Gunn's DCU? And again, people take shit on it whenever they can. They really like Henry Cavill, and I agree with you. He was very good. And boy, would I like to see those other two Zack Snyder Justice League movies, right? I would have loved to have seen those. I just don't understand why they can't make them on a smaller budget and put them on Netflix, for example. I don't understand, right? Why do they have to, why do the budgets need to be so freaking huge for everything? Make things cheaper. It's okay, right? It's okay. Make things to the same production style standards as Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, which is way lower than anything you've seen, right, in recent years. It's so it's a movie, but everything's an obvious set, right? It's not like this ridiculous money they pour into it, you know. So I wish it. However, I love James Gunn, right? I think he's a genuinely good person, right? Because anybody who loves animals, although Hitler loved his dog as well. I know, but he seems to have a real affiliation for pets and animals, which I think it just shows a real good nature, right? A genuine good nature. So I like him, and I think that good nature bleeds through to all of his work. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I love Creature Commandos. I love Suicide Squad. I loved Peacemaker, and they all had so much heart, right? And so I don't know, but people are really down this new era. I think it's going to be good. I really think it's going to be very, very good. Anyway, with that, let's get to our Toxic Panda's Utter Misery. Yeah, we might actually start with that, right? So what are we up to? Darren Emizzy doing them. Greetings and felicitations to you, sir. Thank you for joining us, both on the Rumbles and on the YouTube. Bloody hell. I'm nearly an hour in. Sorry. What can you do? Hell, Tzvi Lebetkin says, Lonnie and Dodge. What, are you on Dodge? Yes, Hell Dodge. I agree with you. Colin Archer's here, Colin Archer. D. Monica Barbaro or Karen. Oh, okay, they're hard to spell, both these ones. Let's see. Let's find this out. We got Monica Barbaro. That came right up. Monica Barbara, and who's the other one? Karen Fuck Fuke Uhara. Karen Fuke Uhara. There we go. Well, let's have a look. Let's see if anyone can turn my head. Because, you know, for a somebody who's not going to have sex with anyone other than his wife, it takes a lot to turn my head. Let me tell you, right? We go share screen. Doing so. This is who is this? Monica Barbero. I don't know. She's pretty, but I'm not filled with lust for her. I will say that, right? Who is she? Monica is an American actress. She began training as a ballet at early age. Well, that got better. She was in Top Gun. I don't know. She seems kind of like very average to me. And who is this? Karen Fukuhara. No, she's the one from The Boys, isn't she? So no, she's pretty. Okay, if I had to sleep with one of them because my life depended on it, I guess I'll go for her. Right? I guess I'll go for her. But I can't. That's the other thing about I can't stand they made, was it, Frenchie gay in it? I mean, was he gay in the comic? I doubt it. Oh, God. Why? Why is everybody gay? Oh, I tell you, anthropologists will be very, very confused when trying to understand this era. Let me tell you. So there you go, D. I hope I answered your question. Paul Tosin is here. Your mum passed away last night. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm terribly sorry for your loss. The weird thing is that it always freaks me out, right? Because in the Jewish tradition, you bury your dead very quickly, like the same day. If it's in Jerusalem, yeah, you don't let them stay out overnight, right? It's but like non-Jews, they bury their dead like I don't know, could be weeks later. It's crazy. Oh no, you do the embalming. We don't do the embalming. Ethan Burkheimer is there. How you doing, Ethan Burkheimer? Fleece jacket, okay. Yes, I am cold. Mar John says, Colin, not you, correct. Problem being, I got the thing you sent me, right? I got the thing you sent me, the He-Man. Maybe we'll get to that tonight. But yeah, thank you for sending that to me. It's really good. He-Man. See, the King of Jordan is meeting with Trump right now. Let's see if they commit to Trump. Oh, listen, I think Trump's like, I'm going to make you an offer I can't refuse. I'll be fascinated, right? I'll be absolutely fascinated to see what's going to happen. That don't need to be struck off in fair and apology one. Yes! For goodness sake! I'm a chick with a dick. No, you're not. No, you're not. Again, we have to rely on, our medical expert. Well, medical expert, what's the story?
No, there are no chicks with dicks, Johnny. Only guys with tits.
Yes, indeed. Yes, and honestly, chicks with dicks, that's really weird porn, okay? I don't know why you go, I know. I think porn is weird now anyway. I think porn was probably much better, like most things, 20 years ago, right? For example, look, this is the Super Bowl halftime show from 1997, so it's like coming up to 30 years ago, right? And we're not going to watch the whole thing, but looks awesome, right? Looks absolutely awesome. Where is this? Not there. Oh, here we go. Doink.
We do sincerely hope you all enjoy the show. And please remember, people, that no matter who you are and what you do to live, thrive, and survive, there are still some things that make us all the same. You, me, them, everybody.
Hey, James Belushi doesn't do a bad job. I think it's good to keep his beard though, so it's not like an impersonation of John Belushi. Yeah, okay, that's back when things were good. Okay, porn today. I mean, I don't know. Like for me, it seems like seeing. Okay, I'll tell you exactly where I got this from. What's her name? The porn star who got famous playing Sarah Palin, who was also on 30 Rock playing Tina Fey, right? For some reason, I can remember in 30 Rock, there was a riff in it where in Tracy Morgan's contract, there had to be a porn version done of their office, and they had Tina Fey was played by the same person. Anyway, I saw her being interviewed. I'm always fascinated by porn star interviews and prostitute interviews. I will. In one way to get me to it, I'm going, really? Because that's fascinating to me. It's absolutely fascinating to me. And she's saying that I think she doesn't do porn anymore. I mean, she's cracking on a bit, but she looks gorgeous, right? She looks absolutely stunning and beautiful. And he said, I was doing what was it? I guess it's like a live stream, right? A porn live stream, and people are like telling her to do different, like show your feet and do this and that. I'm like, what's wrong with seeing, a very, very, very hot woman have sex? That seems to me to be something that more than that, I really don't need. Honestly, once you're in chicks with dicks territory, I don't really need it. And also, I don't know. I'm kind of a one penis person, in my sexual fantasies. I don't want a second penis in there. No. And again, look, if you like, the second penis in your sexual fantasy, good for you. You enjoy it. It's just not for me, baby. Not for me. It's probably transphobic, homophobic, racist, and every other buzzword to try and apply logic and common sense. Apparently it is. Poor those love beagles. And tell you, so does Dr. Anthony Fauci. He loves torturing them for no apparent reason. Starship Trooper is not fascist. It's totally fascist. That's why it was brilliant. It was like a beat by beat riff on that Nazi movie, for Triumph of the Spirit or something. I thought that, I mean, especially it was done by Paul Verhoeven, isn't he? Isn't he German? I thought it was really clever, right? And also a great fun movie. And also, again, Neil Patrick Harris. Like, here's the thing. He's a great talent. I thought he was great as the sexual toy maker. I think he's great in everything. And, you know, I wouldn't know he was gay if, if he wasn't, you know, a topic of conversation over sexuality nowadays, right? He's just a good, talented actor. You find that when people are good, talented actors, they don't need to rely on being gay. You have Ncuti Gatwa, he can only be gay. That's all that he does is gay. I saw a clip from Important Being Earnest, and he was wearing like these like really high-heeled boots. It was very strange. Very strange. PD Rich is here. How you doing, PD Rich? Thank you for joining us. We got a message. There you go. What are we up to? Diddums. Oh, we must be talking about. Okay, you want to see really bizarre diddums? Check. This is insane. I was going to skip this for time, but no. It's only 30 seconds long.
Sure why no one understands how I feel. You guys know that
because you're batshit fucking crazy, darling, as you're about to find out.
You guys know that my husband turned Republican this term. I don't know why. I threw his ass out of the house.
Because he's sane and you're batshit crazy.
I don't know why. I threw his ass out of the house. And
you must be a joy to be with, darling.
And I have to do more. I don't want to shave my head because that's going to hurt him. I'm going to look ugly. So,
but you threw him at the house.
I'm not doing that. I think I'm going to.
I think it's going to hurt you, and you just don't want to. Okay, listen to her brilliant plan on how to punish her husband for voting Republican.
I think I'm going to sleep with his friends. I think that's the only way. I think sleeping with his friends will do. What do you guys think? His liberal friends, of course.
It probably doesn't have any because most liberals are like you. Only started says, I've submitted a question to BBC Verify. I want to see what they think about the rise in lower testosterone and if corn has chemicals in it. I don't know the answer to that. The reckoning is that it's over for the It really is. Oh, it really is. I feel bad. Honestly, I feel bad for people with translation syndrome still. Right? I mean, like, life's so freaking awesome right now. What? And they're living in terror. There's going to be a Holocaust against gay people or something because Trump's evil. Trump, bad man. To be fair, I always thought that not passing an order effectively meant that you couldn't balance your books. Well, you can't balance the books because they're spending it on grafting aborted baby bits into mice. And other weird shit like that. I'm like, stop with the weird shit. People are done with the weird shit, right? Digby Strawbridge here. Hey, dude. How you doing, Digby? Thanks for joining. You say good afternoon. For me, it's good evening, baby. I'm going to climb into bed. Again, everything that was hard for you was a punishment when you're a kid is awesome when you're old. I'm still not sure what the Trump deal for Gaza actually is. But from what, I think I played it after this. What they said, the latest is, I have to say, I am not happy that I am not that happy. One or two. Although I do not in any way support Hamas and support Israel's right to security, the idea that wholesale deportations doesn't sit well. Look, here's the thing. They all hate Jews. There is no moderate voice in there whatsoever. They all irredeemably hate Jews, and they will destroy themselves to destroy us. And they just will. And, like, we could never suggest this. Oh, man. They go crazy. But, like, Trump's plan is, like, you're going to have a much better life. So I hope it goes. I think it probably is the way things are going to go. Right? I think it probably is the way it's going. Not only was he told that the idea that his wife and kids were murdered on October 7th, it's a fact that Hamas did not only tell him about it, they made him say he's looking forward to say, I know, and then laughed at it. Disgusting. And look, again, every single person in Gaza, when the hostages came out and cheered. They cheered. They cried like bitches when their city got blown up. But this is not a country. These aren't real people. Like, Hamas were beaten more than the Germans were beaten in World War II, and they still won't give up. Right? It's still not over, and why should they? You know, so I think honestly, it's the only solution. Grand Balloon is it, and I don't think it's going to be enforced. Although how are they going to do it when not enforced? I just don't know how he's going to do it. Right? How are you going to do the deportations, resettling, whatever? I don't know. I mean, like, again, and like, what? I mean, I don't like. I think if they do that, the people of Egypt and Gaza will destroy their governments. Maybe. So I don't know. Who I most says Ethan is a go-alongs. Bill Cosby did not molest women without help. That's true. Bad guys. Very true. Very, very true. It's called the banality of evil. Right. I agree with you 100%. Feels really like, it says Peter Rich, feels really like I used to be. I didn't understand the Jewish people. Now that, well, yeah, this is why, that's why Chad is. That or he's a total BBC simp. Who's Phil? Listen, that's 25 minutes ago. I can't remember back then. Donnie says, I love my president. I love him too, right? I think he's a really awesome person. If I might paraphrase, Starship Troopers, some people have resigned from the... If I might paraphrase Starship Troopers, some people have resigned from the human race. I love that movie, Starship Troopers. I mean, it's just good. It's fun, and it's fun, and I don't know. I also had Denise Richardson, who was always thought, I'd rather live in a gilded cage than a hellhole in the ground. Well, you could also be free and live in a gilded cage. Conor just says... it tells you all you need to know about the situation. All those in the area with a similar population, no one wants to go up. They don't. Right? They don't. And it's not just because it's a political tool against Israel. It's they're a nightmare, right? They're just a nightmare. And interestingly enough, the Palestinians are living in Gazans, the Palestinians living in exactly the same area as the Philistines, right? The Palestinians. So the Palestinian Palestinians, I don't know. I think they're probably the same people. It might get, they were a pain in the ass back then as well. Let me tell you. Sounds like what the British did in, I think, Malaysia, where they moved a large part of the population to fortified villages elsewhere and separating from terrorists, and it worked. Yeah, look, they have relocations all around the world. It's just here, and it's not like we're going to relocate you to a piece of shit. No, we're going to build something nice for you. Do you think that the plan, which managed to separate the Gazans from the extremists, make their lives immeasurably better, might have a chance? No, I don't. I would love it to work. I would love it to have a chance, right? I don't think it has a chance. I think literally everybody in Gaza is they're just animals. I'm sorry, right? Like they're waving at me. Look, you saw what happens every time they see a Jew. They become a rabid mob. When they gave back the was it three female hostages, and they were nearly lynched. Right? These people are disgusting. I am sorry, right? And you know, I would love it if they would just live in peace with us. That's it. And everyone's life could be better, but they want us dead. You know, and it's like, this is where the Doctor Who story, the Zygon invasion and Zygon inversion really failed, right? Because they had Peter McCallum give a very good anti-war speech, and the Zygon, the ISIS Zygon went, oh, okay then. They would never. They don't care how bad it is for them. They would never, ever give up on it. Dan, is it? How you doing, Dan? I think I've been last with AI Parada, even more than real run. Well, I feel the same way about Billy Gibson. Check out those cats. I actually reduced them a little bit as well because you know I'm nothing if not a realist. Bill Lowry, is it? How you doing, Bill Lowry? Thank you for joining. Are you related to Sam Lowry? from Brazil. One of my favorite movies. I love Brazil. Brazil, when the sun up in the sky. Where are we up to? Okay, am I caught up with that? No, I'm still not caught up with that. Problem being asked. Glad you got the He-Man link. It looks good. We just need Netflix to get the hit. Yeah, we just need Netflix to fire all their woke shits, right? That's what we need. Mark Melvin is here. Rabbi, would you make Nicola Bryant as a Adam Hughes cat? I got to work that out. My use of AI is not strong enough, right? But boy, yeah, I got to really learn how to use the AI. So, yeah, I would love that, especially have it drawn like an Adam. Oh God, that's so hard. You asked me about it the other day, and you were absolutely right. He's Dutch, not German. It's not such a big difference. But everyone thought he was making a fascist movie. I generally suggest Sargon's video about the politics of. Oh, I'll check it out. I will check that out. Thank you, Sargon of Akkad. That's Lotus Eaters, right? I will totally take that out. Can be homosexuals do be in it more ways than one? Well, I know. Good for you. Okay, that was the crazy batshit woman we're up to now. It's going to sleep with her friends. Jonathan Cox is here. Doing Jonathan Cox. Thank you for joining us. I hope Trump makes it look like Little America. I think it'll look awesome. Sorry, I didn't realize that Trump was talking about resettling them in better conditions within the Middle East. That sounds like a possibility. I can't even imagine how it's going to happen. Philip Martin, I think, was the guy who found Philip Morris found the Web of Fear, and anyone else said, and he's so anti-Semitic. Oh my God. Oh, it's a shame. It really is a shame because, like, again, we naturally agree on many issues. And everyone claims to be anti-Zionist, not anti-Semitic, seems that magically to forget that Israel contains 2/3 of the world global. Yeah, look, I'm not anti-English. I just hate England. You know, I'm not anti-French. I just hate France. Yeah, no, it doesn't really work that way, all right? Peter says, I think my religious started their religious texts were a bit anti-Semitic. I think they probably. Well, look, there is a fair amount of Jew hatred built into Christian law. Like, you know, they killed your God. We really didn't. I don't think we did, but whatever. But like honestly, that I feel that's mostly in the past now. Right? Weirdly enough, I'm strange optimistic. I just feel that Jews and I feel Christians are, I've yet to meet one that I feel was anti-Semitic in recent years. I think they most religious Christians are just good people, right? And I agree with their values. And I'm really made up to see the Trump doing so well for them, right? WordPress is is anti-Semitic too because I reported an insane anti-Semite WordPress account calling Hitler a Jew, and they responded by defending it. Well, there you go. What can you do? There's a lot of people. Did you see the Senssphere panelist called Gaza conflict a Jewish plot? No, I didn't see that. Oh well, live on the stream. This was after bringing on Philip Morris. Look, I like Senssphere a lot, right? I think he puts out good content. If he ever wants to come and talk about it, he's more than welcome. I'm not going to tar anyone for being associated, especially Philip Morris, who's like a reasonable name in Doctor Who fandom, right? And I think if you're not Jewish, right, and if you're not plugged into the whole situation, you would think, like most people think, well, they got to be they got to be both wrong, right? And they're just not, right? Don't worry too much about it. In my beliefs, he was a human and alien hybrid. I don't know who that was, says Peter Rich. But okay. If you get a chance, check out this. I saw Roughnecks. CGI kid show Roughnecks. Probably closest to the book in many ways. Never in the book, right? But I thought I really liked the movie. I did. I thought it was very good, right? I thought now where are we going to start? Finally, caught up with the chat, right? Shall we start with toxic fandom? Or shall we start with shooting? Oh, they kind of meld into two. Well, they meld into one, don't they? Yeah, let me just arrange things so I know what windows I'm opening first. Not that one. Yeah, we'll go over here, doink. And then we got, hang on a second, where was it? So, yeah. So, again, the rumors of Ncuti's not returning have been circulating for a while. As you know, as I've been reporting about it on this channel. And I know, look, is that a hope of mine? I think he's epically shit as a doctor, right? I really think it's epically shit as a doctor. Peter Rich says Jesus. I don't know what happened. But okay. So, look, in general, the wokies are having a meltdown beyond a meltdown because their world's falling apart, right? Their world is falling apart in so many ways. Do I have the actual original post of this? I think I do somewhere. Hang on. I could just zoom into this. That would work too. But here, I think I've got the original post. Where is it? I'll go over here. Oh, here it is. Doink. Where is it? There you go. And I got so many rumors tied into this as well. This is really kind of a cool segue into all of this. Where am I up to? So SB writes, a certain earnest doctor currently at the National Theatre. He's not that earnest, baby. May not be doing a third series. I would be amazed. As far as I understand, nobody likes him, right? And he doesn't like anyone, right? It's I cannot believe he's coming back for a third series. I think that the plan was this was going to be hugely successful and everyone's going to love it, and then and it'll really move forward trans awareness and make everything good in the world. Not working out how you thought it was, Russell. And again, started badly and went downhill with tap dancing Davros, right? So he's not doing those. He'll contracted for, instead exploring buying out his contract so he can go and work in America. Fuck off there. Yes, go and work in America. Why? Apparently he's annoyed he had to turn down a lucrative perfume commercial that would have given him more money than being paid for the entire third series of Doctor. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. How long can a perfume commercial take to shoot? And frankly, he's doing important, being earnest now, but like, I don't know, what, a day or two, maybe? I don't believe that at all. I really genuinely don't believe it. But the woke fans, they're like, no! Well, someone else posted this, which I guess came from Pop Bitch, who's ever that is. I wonder where it all went wrong, unless it was a plan to have Ncути stick around for 2 years due to... No, it wasn't. The plan was Ncути would be incredibly successful and everybody would love him. Oh, he's so stunning and brave and queer and black and not white. Oh, so stunning and brave. This is news to me, but sadly I can buy it. I totally can. It's not news to me. The more and more we hear and don't hear, that's very true. The more that we don't hear, I think it's entirely likely that Doctor Who will go back to being produced in-house. I can see a future of 2009 style specials on the horizon. That's actually quite probable. I believe that. Please Christ, yes. Apart from the TV movie, Rusty Davis only co-produced is the only co-produced era, and it's caused nothing but problems. I think it's Rusty Davis causing problems, mate. Frankly, right? I do. I think he's caused some problems by being, just a weird activist loon, right? Tell me the rumors I've seen flying around. Yes. Probably rumors started by not my doctors. Oh, God. Shoot the Mondosian Cyber. Oh, man. There's no such thing as not my doctors. That's gone. It's over with, right? No, probably not. Oh, PD is I've seen it before. Super woke weirdo. It's kind of questionable in many ways. It will certainly be something they would do, though they're not happy unless they're trying to convince other people the show is ending. It did end. No, and we're not happy when we go, oh my God, this is objectively shit and everybody hates it. You go, no, everybody loves it. Everybody loves Jodie. No one does. I don't know about ending, but there's enough credible rumors and clues in plain sight at this point that shows him is in poor health. It's in extremely poor health. Let me try to read out some rumors I got. Where is it? I think, yeah, this came from a chat on the SenseSphere, right? So somebody said, I saw this comment on the SenseSphere podcast, and I thought it was interesting. From who cares? I read a theory on a Hollywood gossip site that might explain some of the chaos of Russell Davis' current run and current Doctor Who run. I think the chaos is pretty easy to explain. Russell Davis is a weirdo, bonkers activist, right? I think that's all the explanation that you need, really, and it's not going very well. Commercials are paid from each showing. So yeah, Richard, wow, I did not know that. But again, how long can it take to shoot? Right? How long can it take to shoot? Not that long. There is a rumor that David Tennant. Okay, there's a rumor that David Tennant was originally going to do 8 or more episodes, not 4. In other words, several of the Ncuti scripts were specifically written with David Tennant's Doctor in mind, possibly with either Donna or Rose Noble as a companion. Well, that's interesting. Space Babies and Devil Called and Boom and Rogue were all written for David Tennant's 14th Doctor. Fuck me. Oh, I can see how the appeal of having David Tennant snog another bloke will be slightly more than shooting up with snogging another bloke. But they were later given to Ncuti instead. Allegedly, Tennant and Russell Davis had a disagreement about perhaps over money or scheduling, and Tennant left after 4 episodes instead of 8. I don't really buy this rumor. Honestly, I don't buy it, but who knows? Allegedly, Jonathan Groff from Rogue thought he was going to be playing opposite Tennant and not Ncuti when he signed to do the show. Ncuti last-minute casting. It was cast like 2 years before it was on air. Was a chaotic rush decision by Ross D.C. Ncuti did not audition. Really? Okay. Whatever. That's why Shooter's Doctor and Ruby were immediately presented as best friends in the early episodes, because the scripts were originally written for 14th Doctor and Donna. Again, that's one of the few things I didn't take exception to in the queer era. I thought that the Doctor and the Queen should always be good friends and like each other. Also, the ending of Ruby's bizarre identity subplot, which made no sense, that's true, was changed suddenly and rewritten after actress Millie Gibson decided to leave the show. She didn't decide to leave, that she was fired. Russell David had a 3-year plan for the character of Ruby, and it was originally intended that Ruby was going to be the daughter of one of the gods, and that's why her mother was wearing a hooded robe. Well, that makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? That I believe. Why would a normal human woman wear a hooded robe and point to a road sign? It makes no sense. Under the end, it didn't make any sense, and was altered after Millie decided to. Again, I think she was fired. The show instead of staying for 3 years. Perhaps Millie also thought she was going to be working with David Tennant, not shooting out. Well, I had a. Somebody sent me a thing from apparently from Stephen Moffat saying that not good stuff. Hey, if I can find it. Doing 1 second. Yeah, okay. So this is a bit of an insider. This guy's rumors are normally pretty good. Now, he said he thought that he heard on the street the Doctor was coming back in March, and now they're saying April. It could be the last week in March. I'll be intrigued to see when it comes back. But the sooner it comes back, the sooner it fails, and the sooner it goes nowhere, and sooner it goes bye-bye. Bye-bye, Ncuti. So apparently Stephen Moffat has said that Ncuti Gatwa has made me hate Doctor Who. Bloody hell. And I can't say, who said that. But wow. Again, from what I understand, Ncuti Gatwa is not Flavour of the Month in Cardiff, right? And the reason he's not Flavour of the Month, because he's been an absolute bloody failure, right? And he just has. But anyway, Toxic Fandom is a melting down, baby. Is a melting down. Let's go to that. And again, weirdly, our boy Dan Hadley is right in the thick of it, right? Front and center in the fray. Where should we start? So first he posted this. It was when I'm not going to play the full video that he posted. Ted was a terrific catalyst return, not Tennant. You're absolutely right, Dan. Oh, you're here. Okay, fine. I'm happy to be talking about you, as you probably just heard. So the other day, Dan posted this. Oh no, okay, this was right after he gave the speech in. This was a while ago. I thought this was recent. Okay, fine. So this was right after the election. Essentially, Dan was quite made up about this, which me too. Let me see if I can find. We'll play a minute of it too. But yeah, like this is how things all kind of like dovetail together. Where is it? Can't find it. That 1 second. Gaza plan. Here we go. Doink.
Speech, then we just don't have a free country. It's as simple as that. If this most fundamental right is allowed to perish, then the rest of our rights and liberties will topple, just like dominoes, one by one. They'll go down.
And they did, Donald. They did.
That's why today I'm announcing my plan to shatter the left-wing censorship regime and to reclaim the...
I say Alex Phillips had a really good... She was a really good video on Talk TV, I think, where she's saying, look, essentially being left-wing means you're a bully. They need to shut you up because they can't answer anything, right?
Right to free speech for all Americans. And reclaim is a very important word in this case because they've taken it away. In recent weeks, bombshell reports have confirmed that a sinister group of deep state bureaucrats, Silicon Valley tyrants... We know this. It's the reality we lived in, right? It's totally reality we lived in. So people kind of freaked out about this. Dad, what the heck, man? Are you goading just for fun? Are you actually what would be a Republican if American? I think he probably is. Again, there's nothing wrong in being a Republican. That's what the majority of people are. But that's okay. We can still get along. We can still enjoy Doctor Who in that case. It's just more important of opposing political stances. Good for you for speaking up. Well, okay, so that guy came around. In my view, this is a bipartisan matter. I agree with you. I'm fascinated and excited to hear the president-elect speaking about and acting on. Never thought about it outside of that. I'll comment on the precisely the same topics. I responded, yeah, okay, but he's speaking so much shit recently. So I'm fair enough. I'm so sick of the orange arsehole that I don't ever want to hear and see his face again. This might not have been a fun few weeks for you then. And look, timescales, mate. You won't come on my channel, right? And you can put not as a fight, right? Not as a fight, as a genuine conversation. You can come on and you can tell me what you're scared about, like what you're bothered about, what you're worried about, right? And I'll talk you through it. Honestly, you're more than welcome, right? And anybody who is scared of the Trump presidency, just get in contact, right? You're more than welcome. No, it's like being sentenced to such without committing and now it's like being sentenced to such without committing a crime. Well, Trump was sentenced to quite a lot without committing a crime. Man, they like to say convicted felon. Oh, they hold on to that. Do you notice they're backing away from January 6th now because it's just crumbling before their eyes? And look, the ones who are vaguely informed, most are not. I admire you admire you, so it's surprising to we don't think the same way. Such as life, I suppose. Yeah, look, dude, things are good. Times goes. You are genuinely a friendly visit, conversation. No need to fight. There is no need to fight. But anything you want, and again, anyone who is perturbed, come on. We'll have a fun conversation. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway. So then this guy, Rob Iron, says, you're a Temu Tommy Robertson. I don't know what that means. Every time your mask slips, it reveals a little more! Again,
Rob, it's okay to vote Republican. Most people did, right? Most people did. It's okay to support. It's not 2017 anymore. And the reason everything's changed is because the systems that were used to create this narrative have lost all their power. They lost all their power because they just went relentlessly bloody woke. Right? They couldn't stop themselves being woke upon woke upon woke upon woke upon woke, and everybody left. Same with Doctor Who. Doctor Who's still the third most watched program in the week. Yeah, but nobody's fucking watching BBC. You have a bunch of grannies who watch Strictly Come Dancing. Nobody watches BBC anymore. It's embarrassing how bad it is, right? And this was before Tommy Robinson kind of got made kosher by Elon Musk. Anyway, so I thought this was more recent than it was. But anyway, this is a more recent one. With the announcement of Juno Dawson writing, again, it's all give up all hope for the next series. And look, this was done before season 1 ended, before Tap Dancing Davros. You know, they thought this was going to go down incredibly well. They thought it was going to go, oh man, Ncuti's wonderful. We all love Ncuti. He's so freaking great. Oh, love a bit of Ncuti. That's wonderful. Yeah, more of that, please. Right? And everyone went, who is this narcissistic piece of shit that's like constantly staring in the mirror? It's like crossing the cat from Red Dwarf and Zoolander becoming Doctor Who. Like, such a self-obsessed prick. But then, on top of that, all the relentless queer shit, right? I mean, like, Yasmin Finney, like, fuck off. I'm like, Yasmin, I'm happy for you. You live your best life. You're not a girl. I don't believe you're a girl, and I don't think that's denying your existence or bigoted to say that. Right? It's not, right? It is just not. No, I won't turn a blind eye to BBC bullshit and perversity. I agree with you. Just because they made my favorite TV show series of all time, enough is enough. No nonsense, no grooming, no more nauseating drag, no more gaslighting and villainizing the British people. Absolutely. Let me see if I can find my thumbnail. When I first covered the story, because if I may say so, it was quite a funny one. 1 second, where is it? I have a folder called Thumbs. Oh, there you are, right here. Doink. Is this the one? This could be it. I think this is it. Is this the one? No, not that. Oh wait, do I have it? 1 second. I think. Ugh, now I can't find where I put my images. Do I have this one here? No. Oh, where is it? This was a classic. Maybe this one over here. It was a news walk. Oh, was it? I mean, this might be the one here. Thing is, I make too many videos. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we go. We do open with. I like all the stuff I'm going to just say I'm great. Yeah, this pisses people off. I love it. Hey kids, get my band. And Uncle Ncuti and Aunt Juno will show you what a rusty trombone is. Don't Google it. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. Okay, you don't want to know. But they will. They will certainly educate you on what that is. Quite gleefully. Look, again, the problem with Juno Dawson is that she wrote a book which explained how to be raped, but how children can be easily raped by adults, right? And any sex with a child is called rape, right? I'm sorry. If you're not old enough to consent, it's called rape, right? So if you're not under the legal age, it's got. And she said, "Oh yeah, no." In a book, said, "Okay, Kiddie Winks, you have to get this app and then go and find queer people, and you can meet up really easily, right?" No grooming, no more nauseating drag. And drag today is nauseating. No more gaslighting and villainizing the British people. Dan, I couldn't agree with you more. And then Tony Martin said, John Pertwee did drag. I'm again, how insanely disingenuous. Did John Pertwee ever dress as a hooker with massive fake tits and then wear a thong, if you're lucky, and twerk in a 7-year-old's face? No, he didn't. Right? It's not that. That's not the same thing, is it? No, it's not the same thing. John Pertwee performed in the theatre in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, so likely played a dame at various points. I mean, he also played. He put on the woman's cleaner's outfit in the Green Death. I mean, but it's not the same. And you know it, Mr. Anon. Yes, you are, Mr. Blue Anon. Drag is drag. Bugs Bunny did drag. No, drag is not drag. I'm sorry. Bugs Bunny is a cartoon. Again, decades ago. I don't recall Bugs cracking any PJ gags or twerking. There's drag, and there's drag queens, Tony. This is disingenuous line of posting. Yes, 100%. Really shows you up as a bit of a tool. I didn't read that bit. You're right there, Dan. What is the purpose of your replies? They're not making BJ gags around children. Yes, they are. 1 second. It's like, did you not see? Yeah, let me see if I can find. Like, I don't find this appropriate, right? Let me see if I can find the video. I don't find a lot of this stuff appropriate. Here we go. Doink.
Tell you what, when we both get out of this,
let's fuck each other in the arse, you know, and all the other things Doctor Who normally does. Fight Daleks, fuck people in the arse, you know, and all Doctor Who stuff.
Argue across the stars.
I like that. Oh God! Stop! Leave it alone. And I don't want. I think there's a mistake for the Doctor ever to have a romantic relationship. Frankly, I think they stretched it to the absolute limit with the 10th Doctor and Rose, right? And more than that, forget it, right? Absolutely forget it. And now, once you get into like weird fringe sexuality, which Yasmin Finney is, right? At that point, no, it's not appropriate for children. Maybe actually watch a drag show. Yes, do I have to pull up all the drag shows? A second. Okay. I love, again, lies and denial. Right? That's just where they always go. Lies and denial, because they don't want to be wrong. Bottom line is they just don't want to be wrong. There we go. Again, I got a whole folder of like sick drag shit, but I'll just pick one at random, see what it is.
Controversy surrounding children and drag queens these days, I thought I would go undercover and take our girls to a drag show and see what kind of horrible trauma they endure. So obviously I had to dress the part and go incognito. So I
God, you're a shitty parent.
basically wore...
Let's see what it looked like. Okay. Yeah, okay.
If I were to wear that out...
Deeply sexualized strippers. No, this is not appropriate for children. Yeah, again, I don't think there are trans children. I think there are shitty parents. Really, genuinely I do. And I'm sorry, David Tennant, that you don't like that. But you know, that's where we are. There are videos of this doing just that, often proudly shared by themselves. That's part of the kink. While prize cocks like you make excuses of an attempt to troll normal people. They're reading stories to children. No. Silly fear-mongering. They're actually groomers and criminals in office. There are actual groomers and criminals in office. In which office? Fear-mongering. Some police records for indecency. Ask yourself, are they actual adult content entertainers? Yes. Wanting to read to children. Why isn't it progressed? isn't any progressive movement wanting to hire uninformed firemen, uniformed firemen or nurses. No, no old folks. Why? Because they can say no. Most. They're a bunch of dirty bastards. I do tend to agree with you, right? And again, that you didn't realize that this last series of Doctor Who was highly sexualized, inappropriate for children, is because you're surrounded by pure filth constantly, right? And we the world was better when there was the concept of public decency, right? If you enjoy reading to children so much, and again, it's never parents of children, right? It's always people who never have children. Do you read parents so much? Have they considered simply fathering and raising their own? No. Like the rest of us have, too much like hard work. Exactly. Commitment and decency, I'll wager. You don't need a parent to play a part. You don't need a parent to play part in the children's lives. You can. You do not have children, Tony Parker. Obviously. Aunts, uncles, teachers, neighbors, entertainers, reading to children is a joy. Preachers have been more of a danger to kids than drag performers. No, that's not true. Okay, this guy just goes on. If you're a parent taking a kid to one of these raunchy Jagco, that's on you. They're all raunchy, right? And again, you're just in denial, mate, right? Something unaware of raunchy performance. Citation needed. Come on the show, baby. Okay, this. Some citation, and then he sodded off, right? What a shock, as they always do, right? Speaking of somebody who loves a bit of grooming, right? Loves a bit of grooming. David Tennant's back, baby. David Tennant's back posting the bastards. And aren't you sick of that smug idiot face by now? I certainly am. Right? Man, I would never have said that about any other Doctor Who. I am so sick of, I mean, the recent ones, obviously, but they're not really Doctor Who. I am just so sick to death of this smug, simpering moron. Oh, David. It's better to keep your mouth closed and have the whole world think you're a fool than to open it and remove any doubt, which you have done. The beloved... Okay, David Tennant on Return to Us. I'm not interested in picking fights. You didn't think you'd pick a fight last time. You thought you could take a shit on people who don't think kids should be able to cut off their cock and balls because they're sad about them, right? Or because they're trying to please their demented mothers, which is more like. You thought taking a shit on them is fine. Stop. It's not fine. Stop being a disgusting, hateful being. Like, again, this Facebook thing back and forth. Somebody when talking about how Trump isn't planning a gay apocalypse or a Holocaust. And they're convinced he is. They're convinced beyond convinced. Oh, it's going to happen. I go, do you have any evidence? No. Yes, no, we don't have evidence. Anyway, so somebody commented that, like, just as insulting, like, why? Okay, so you love your disgusting orange convicted criminal. You're probably can't we just coexist? Well, maybe. Don't call me a Nazi is the first step to coexisting, right? Maybe. The formerly beloved actor, also writes for Radio Times about presenting a film awards for a second year in the... Oh, look at me, I'm David Tennant. I mean, what awards are you going to be presenting? To move awards that nobody is going to see. I like presenting without the pressure of it being my job. It's a performance like anything. I get to dabble in the sporting environment, and when you see someone who really knows how to do it, Dermot O'Leary, Davina McCall, say they absolutely know what those moments require. He's very good at it because he's very charming. That's basically what hosting needs. You need to be charming and funny. It's a skill set that only I can only aspire to. I think again, if your every belief wasn't disgusting perversion, I'm exaggerating for comedic value, but it would be fine, right? I can really afford to do it one more time and then just go out, drop the mic and run, dude. I don't think you can actually, but they're going to let you do it. Don't look at me if anything goes wrong. If for an event like this, there's such an extraordinary team of people who know exactly what they're doing and how the whole thing works, apart from the award ceremony in itself. I'm very much a novice. because it's not my world. Dude, it's so your world. Prancing about and being a lovey and being adored on stage by other lovers, that's your entire fucking universe, mate. So there's not much expectation on what to figure out, what comes next if something goes wrong. Yeah, you just say something funny. You go off the cuff. There's a support network structure that makes one feel very safe. Who cares how fucking safe you feel, you fucking pussy? Just do your fucking job. Are they paying you? Oh, I don't feel safe. I'm so sick of people not feeling fucking safe. Excuse me, David, mate. David. Is it actors that have had anti-actor marches going through the centre of town saying, genocide to all actors for the last year and a half? No, it's not, is it? No. That was the Jews, right? Is it actors who are banned from campuses because they're evil baby murderers, even though they're not? No, that's Jews. Is it actors who are accused of committing a genocide, right? When the reality is just the furthest thing from the truth possible? No, that's Jews. I'm the one who shouldn't feel fucking safe. You're fucking fine with your fucking liberal anti-Semite cunts that you like to wallow in like a pig in its own fucking filth. Don't look at me if anything goes wrong. I'll look at you, mate. I feel so. Makes one feel very safe. Well, that's nice for you, cunt. I don't think any Jews felt safe since your fucking evil lecturous Keir Starmer got into power. And boy, is he holding on to that with everything he can. Like I thought you were pro democracy, and Mr. Starmer has decided not to run the elections for about 5.5 million people. Those 5.5 million people who are going to vote reform into power, and you're just putting off, mate. I don't know what's going to make this government fall, but when there's a general election, and Kemi Badenoch, you should be listening as well. Reform's going to win. They're ahead of the polls in the polls now. They're going to stay ahead. You know why? Because Labour are fucking deluded, weirdo, fascist cunts, and the Conservatives are only marginally better, mostly ineffective. One of the great advantages is it's all written down for me. Okay, so I don't have to learn the words. It's a bit of it's a bit about my day job that is the most anxiety-inducing. So it's nice to have that removed. Well, aren't you great for having all this happen? The bastards are supposed to be kind. Yeah! Kind. The word kind has been stolen by the cruelest people in the world. Last year we were trying to roast people, but it was a joke. But there was a joke about Kate Blanchett, and she looked a bit annoyed, a little bit pissed off. Then I remember going, "Oh God, no! I think you're brilliant. I was just trying to be witty and make." Oh, the simpering cunt. Oh, God. No, honestly, how do you make your beloved TV show unwatchable? Oh, there you go. There you got the answer. Witty and make point about you got a lot of prizes. We love you. So I think if I learned anything, it's probably I'm not interested in picking fights or making anyone feel uncomfortable. What about Kemi Badenoch? No, that's not a person in your mind. If I have a style, it's only that. No. I'm just kind. No, you're not. You encourage you encourage this gender insanity with your fucking child. You sick fuck. Oh my God. Yeah, I've said this many times before. Biblically, there was an idolatry called Molech, which you would worship it by sacrificing your children to it. This is what I feel like parents of trans children are. I think they are sacrificing their children so they can feel that they're so good and so virtuous. I get starstruck all the time. And see, this is the bit where is good when he gets personal and he's relatable. The bit where you can't prepare for when hosting an awards show is when you actually get up there with front row rows of the most famous people in the world, and they're all sort of staring up at you with the expectation that and their own personal anxieties. If they're there to compete, it's a bit. That's a bit that's a little bit thrilling, but also intimidating. God, how long does this go on for? Okay. It's a bit of a slump. Who is that? EastEnders is 40, blimey. Bavinal, The Wicked Women of Wolford. I have no idea who that is. EastEnders featuring Gillian Taylor. I have no idea. I wish I knew who that was. It's not Michelle Collins, is it? Jessie Wallace? No, doesn't look like her. I have no idea. Oh, God, look at his smug little face. I just can't. Nothing makes me want to fill a sock full of human excrement and smack it in someone's face as much as that mugging piece of crap. Oh, God. I don't feel internally famous. Oh, yes, you do. I have an awareness for the lack of anonymity. Any sense of success is all shrouded in the Scottish Presbyterianism. So none of it ever feels like you can fully enjoy it. Or it feels entirely relaxed, because they would be presumptuous. As a nation, we are always much more comfortable with slagging ourselves off. Well, unfortunately, there's quite a lot of slag off right now. My parents were never against me being an actor. There's an element of performance in being a minister in a pulpit. So my dad, Tennant's father and Church of Scotland minister, definitely understood. But they just wanted, as parents do, to know that you're settled regular way, blah, blah, blah. I get that now completely when my children seem to drift towards acting. I'm like, I can't tell you not to. But there are also other jobs. Yeah, not to. Though, honestly, this is not a world you want to get into, mate. Without being my parents, being without my parents now is miserable. My mum never got to meet any of my kids, which is a little bit heartbreaking. Yes, I think so. My mother. Because she would have loved them. My dad got to meet all but one. Yeah, pretty much. No, I think my dad got to meet all my kids. Yeah, all my kids. And that obviously was a wonderful, but their memories of him are fading. Mine aren't. Oh, God. My kids wish my memories of my father was fading. Like, my father was always a bit... He wasn't naked, but he was very clothes challenged, right? We have a guest room downstairs, and, like, he would wear a pair of briefs, right, when he was in bed. And, like, we would send a kid down to say hello to him. And they're like, no, don't let me go and say hello to Zayda. Oh, God, he's going to be like, oh, just so much flesh. I don't want to know. No, but you have to go and bring him a cup of tea. That's, yeah. So, my parenting style is different. Yes. If one of my kids say, I want to cut off my cock and balls, I'm like, yes, Jimmy. Jimmy, that's a good idea. Because my parents are very consistent and very solid. Okay, I've never doubted that for a second. They were absolutely committed to us without that ever being stated. That's a bit that's quite interesting, because in our house now, everyone's saying, I love you all the time. It's lovely, and I love it, but it's very foreign to me because it's not authentic, I think. I don't remember that ever being said in a house growing up. I mean, I never doubted it. It was true, but it was never said out loud. So maybe you want to learn from that? I'm very protective of my children, except when they want to mutilate themselves and make themselves infertile, right? Again, if it's my son, if he cuts his cock off, he can never achieve sexual satisfaction in his entire life. So that doesn't sound that protective. I hate to tell you. When you know that it can be really horrible being famous, I think you try and protect your kids from the worst of it. We all try and protect the kids while enjoying some of the privileges. You love those privileges. As a parent, you try to be the best of both worlds, and inevitably you fail. No, just try and be a parent. Honestly, just try and be a parent. But that, I suppose, is the aspiration that allows you to alleviate the guilt over the shit stuff that what's okay. My favorite role is unusually I'm the one most recently involved in. Unusually the one I'm fickle that way. So right now it's probably meant, but who cares about your favorite fucking role? I don't know that acting roles change you. Obviously, while you're working, blah 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 blah. It's very hard to empathize with someone like Dennis Nilsson. Who's Dennis Nilsson? Objectively, I don't think I did. Tennant played the part of the serial killer in 2020. It does, okay. But subjectively, I could make sense of his decisions he made. So, okay. Well, I wish Jodie Whittaker had that ability to, like, emote. Convince people that she was telling, she was being real. While I'm this deep, I might as well keep going because I can't actually go back anymore. What? Okay, talk about that. I'm not trying to. Okay, what is he waffling on about? You don't feel something because you want a prize at the end, but no, well, the prize at the end is a paycheck, actually. But then, and the lifestyle that comes with it. But then, if you're suddenly put in the running for an award, you find yourself wanting to win, and it feels like a big, massive loser if you don't. Okay. An award might represent a pinnacle of someone's career, but ultimately not anymore. Not anymore, I'm afraid. Again, the industry is just shit. I'm sorry, the industry is just shit. It's gone. And I think Doctor Who with it, quite frankly. I still believe it can come back, right? I really do. Where are we up to? 1 second. Doing over there. There is an auction of Doctor Who stuff going on. I'm just so... Well, firstly, I wouldn't spend my money on any of this, but I'm just so deeply uninterested by it now.
Prop store where a ton of Doctor Who props and costumes are being auctioned off. It is your chance to take home a piece of iconic Doctor Who history. We've got...
Okay, what's the iconic piece of Doctor Who history? What they got there? 20 years worth of costumes. David Tennant from Voyage of the Damned, I think.
20 years worth of Doctor costumes here.
Oh, God, I don't want the Jodie. Leave me alone.
Got Donna's runaway bride costume. It could all be yours to raise some money for children.
No. How much money do you reckon these will go for? I bet it'll be a lot.
Children in need.
I'm in my wedding dress!
Well, how many years ago was that now? 18 years ago. Sod in hell. Was this one of the Jodie Daleks? Or was this... I can't remember.
Now, this costume, very exciting, was actually never seen on screen, but it was the prototype for the 11th Doctor's costume.
Right, yeah, he hated it. It was kind of like a space pirate. And he went and invented his own costume. He basically invented that look. Oh, man, what an actor Matt Smith is.
Or Matt Smith rocked his iconic bow tie. He was going to kind of look like a navy blue pirate, but they changed it to the iconic look that we know today.
Bow ties are cool.
Really love the bow tie.
I mean, like, he really designed that costume himself. I'm so impressed with him.
I would put a bid down for it myself, but I'm pretty sure every time the Doctor's worn it, something bad has happened. So, yeah, no, maybe not. There are over 100 lots available in the auction, and BBC have plenty more.
Oh, that I would like. That's cool. That's Handles, isn't it? That's very cool.
Still in their archive, and who knows, maybe we'll get to see those one day too.
See, I know. I wouldn't like to buy an Ood head because they just, like, disintegrate. I'm surprised that's still in one piece because the latex they use just, like, self-destructs.
If you like what you've seen here...
Oh, Max Powers here. I do. I hope that's your real name because it's very cool, Max. Okay, that's very cool.
Auction opens today. You can sign up online and see what you can get your hands on. If you excuse me, I'm going to go travel back in time and put my bid down first. See ya.
Well, you don't put your bid in first. It doesn't. Auctions don't work that way. You want to go back in time? Go back in time to 2007 and buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. Right, it'll probably be worth $1 billion now. Right. Yeah, and listen, it's like it's like on Big Finish. You can't have a starship captain that isn't a lesbian. You can't have a white bloke anywhere or anything connected to Doctor Who or TV because it's that would be the worst thing ever. I don't know. As always, the hope for the future lies in fandom, right? So Daryl Joyce has been doing fantastic stuff. Put this out, I think, the other day. AI, where they use AI to animate his artwork. It's beautiful. I think this might be the Sea Devils. Let's find out. Sounds like the Sea Devils. Is this his artwork, or did he maybe it is. Maybe he get stock footage in there. That's his artwork. I recognize it. Definitely animated by AI. It looks more like an ad for Dunkirk, which is a great movie. Peter Rich said that was a Dalek from Dalek. I don't think it was actually. What is it? There's an identifying mark on it. I can't remember what it is, but I don't think it was that one. It's so much better than any Doctor Who I've seen recently. must be the Sea Devils. Look at that. It's fantastic. Oh, the Cyberman head was from Under the Hedge. Oh, man, that was a trailer. Oh, what the great season finale, great trailer. The search for answers begins. Well, you've probably been. Listen, there's somebody who makes content. He had to do a lot of work on this, like getting the soundscape. I wonder how he developed. He got all that. Does AI make the audio track now? I don't think so. Maybe it does. I don't know. Hey, Daryl, mate, I want to see a Sea Devil if it is the Sea Devils. Or the Doctor, or anyway, it's been going on too long. It's like a minute and a half in. Although it is beautiful to watch. Oh, I don't know what to tell you. Wow, that's impressive as well. Just a little bit more control, and we can make our own Doctor Who, and it's going to be awesome. This is so much more impressive than those last ones. At last! Ah! That was awesome! By the way, that final Sherlock episode, was so a Doctor Who episode, right? The prison, like offshore, that was so like the Master's prison, and I'm sure that Sherlock's sister was supposed to be Missy, right? Would have been a great Doctor Who story. Joe Grant looking hot as always. Hey, Darren, it is dragging a bit though, mate. I mean, like with 3 minutes left. How long is this? Was it Amber or Hart, wasn't it? We've got to see the Sea Devils coming out of the water. This bit at all for the story. I mean, I'm sure it's there. Oh, that was gorgeous. And Joe Grant's ass is looking particularly good. Let's take a second look. I'm reminded of the Holly opening from Red Dwarf, right? When they came across a moon shaped exactly like Felicity Kendall's bottom. We flew around that one a few times, I can tell you. Again, the advancement in technology in just a few months is breathtaking. Was that Harry Sullivan in the Navy? I'm as impressed with the soundscape and the music as I am with the visuals. You know, I'd like, it's too much work, but I would love to be able to do, I don't have a good Pertwee voice for AI for the sample, but I'd love to do John Pertwee reading Scales of Injustice. Great Gary Russell novel with the Sea Devils. I think it's Lawrence as well.
This is our land. Eradicate the apes.
Dear Doctor, will you never learn?
Stop right there. Oh, that's good. Well, let's go back for that for a second. Again, there's so much more cooler now. You can animate their faces rather than just being a rubber mask. Look at that. That's awesome. Stop right there. Is there a Malcolm Holt coming soon? Oh, is there going to be more of it? One can only hope, right? One can only hope. That looked really damn impressive. Oh, this must be. More classic will do. Okay. I'm on board for that, right? I'm good. The only mistake I can see was the font he used, the typeface, was not correct. Let me find it here. This is a very, very, very helpful document which I use often, right? If you're a sad Doctor Who fan weirdo as I am, right? Hartnell is Grotesque 1-3. Future are bold. That's not Troughton, Pertwee. Eurostyle condensed is Troughton. Future are extra bold. That will be Tom Baker, I guess. But also Della Robbia was Tom Baker. I think Future are bold and extra bold were both Pertwee. Della Robbia, I think, was Tom Baker. Formula One, very obviously Peter Davison. Ultra Condensed Light, that's Sylvester McCoy. And also Colin Baker, the Formula One. Post Antiqua, that will be Paul McGann. Futura Book is David Tennant. SF Movie Poster Condensed is Matt Smith. Contacts Pro 75 Bold Essay. I guess my guess is that the second Matt Smith titles, and Heroic Condensed Bold, I guess that'll be Capaldi. That's all the doctors there are. There are no other doctors, right? There are no other doctors. There is no such thing as Macra. All I can say, there is no such thing as Macra. Fair enough. Very good. Yeah. Do you want to look at anything else? We'll look at a couple of the James Gunn things because I just like James Gunn so much. Or maybe I should hold that off till Thursday. Right. Here, we'll just look at this. Okay, we'll look at these two quick clips from James Gunn.
Everybody, James Gunn here, and this is my best buddy Ozu. You might recognize him, or at least feel his spirit, because he was the inspiration behind Crypto, Superman's loyal
I love Crypto. I can't tell you how much I love Crypto.
Superdog in my upcoming Superman film. What you may not know is Ozu is a rescue, and adopting him was one of the best decisions I've ever made. That's why we're excited to celebrate all the amazing dogs out there waiting for their forever homes. And what better way to do that than by tuning into this year's Puppy Bowl and
Okay, I did no idea that this was a drive-by. He's just a good person. I'm sorry. He is he's leftist, woke as fuck, hated Trump. I don't give a shit. He is just a good person. I think it just bleeds out of his work, right? That he's just a really decent chap, right? Good for him. Honestly, good for him.
witnessing puppies from rescues across the country compete for Crypto's Super Play of the Game Award. The Puppy Bowl airs February 9th only on Animal Planet.
Take me home.
Don't forget, Superman flies into theaters this July.
Can't wait, mate. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. It looks so good. I'm really up for that, right? I am really genuinely up for that. Now, one of the big bits of pushback he got was the Green Lantern. Which one was it? Guy Gardner Green Lantern. They're like, he looks stupid. Now they've released another clip of him, right? He looks like a very faithful reconstruction of who that character was from the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah, okay. Guy Gardner was a total dick Green Lantern. And he seems to be really nailing it. I know, like that's literally the only thing goes on. Fine, we'll do one last thing. Right, let's look at the Mission Impossible Super Bowl trailer. Although something about it really annoys me is that they have a little trailer for the trailer before the trailer. No, I want to see the trailer. 1 second. Is this the trailer? Could be. There's a bit where he goes, "Oh, I just need to trust me one last time," and then the trailer actually starts. Yeah, 1 second. Here we go. Final Reckoning. I guess they're going to get me in cinemas to see that. May 20. Yeah. I think Mission Impossible is the only movie series that could come back from their really as a sequel, as a second part of it, from their really weak last entry. Oh god, everything about this looks so good. And look, the problem with Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning or whatever it is, 8 or 7 or whatever it was there was too many bummers in it. It ran for too long and it didn't go anywhere. Essentially, right? That chase scene at the end to get to the train was underwhelming, and the train scene falling, it was underwhelming, right? It was underwhelming, and it didn't leave you with an ending. And things like Mission Impossible need ending. I say this every time I mention it. If you're going to do a 2-part movie, follow the Back to the Future 2 and 3 plan, which was release Back to the Future 2 in May at the beginning of summer, right? At the end of summer in July, release it on video. I remember going to Blockbuster excited to watch it, and a week later in the cinemas, Back to the Future 3. That is the perfect way of doing it. I think they're going to try and make this like a standalone movie so you don't actually have to have seen the first one.
Our lives are not defined by any one action. Our lives are the sum of our choices. Everything.
I mean, I love the amount of work he puts into his movies, right? The stunts, they're all fantastic. And oh boy, does he know how to run.
Everything you are. Everything you've done.
I love these little nods, the first movies, the original movies.
Has come to this.
When the need for certainty is absolute and the odds are deemed impossible, the mission falls to him.
Are these sound clips from all the other movies?
Should he choose to accept?
For every life you try to...
Well, who's on the team? 1 second. Another reason why I was really disappointed with the last one. They killed off, what's her name? Mrs. Fantastic. Sue Storm. What's her name again? Vanessa Kirby. I love that character, right? Was it Vanessa Kirby? No, it was Rebecca Ferguson. It was Rebecca Ferguson that killed off. I was really and replaced her with Haley Atwell. I thought Rebecca Ferguson was great in that role.
For every life you tried to save, you gambled millions more.
Mark Gaddis actually.
And now the fate of every living soul on Earth is your responsibility.
Is it 2026? I thought it was this year.
That's the pattern, isn't it?
Now, why did they have a biplane scene? Because now I remember them doing a promotion where he did he jump from a biplane or holding onto it? It's like crazy.
Refuse to sacrifice.
Now, who is that? I can't tell. I can't tell who that is. 8%. I watched Dead Reckoning last night again last night. Looking forward to it. I've tried to watch it again. I can't get through it.
Sacrifice the ones you hold close.
Oh man, that again. I love that these are. He was hanging off from the side of a fucking plane. Okay, not for the first time. That's worth my money. Okay, that's worth getting me into the cinema. And I don't care if the movie's shit. You've just earned your fucking money by doing that, and good for you.
You've always been on the right side, brother. I have no regrets. Neither should you.
I need you to trust me. One last time.
Oh, we trust you, Tom. We trust you. I'm coming to the cinema. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I bet he was mortified that Part 7 was shit. I really do. Oh, I love it. Wait, what year is this coming out in? 2025? May 20. Man, he got so what? There's something else in May 2025 we just saw a trailer. What was it? We just saw a trailer for May 20. Hang on. Maybe it was that May 2025 movies. No, I'm sure it's just what was it? Mission Impossible, Bloodlines, Lilo and Stitch, no. Karate Kid, no. Last Battleship, Hurry Up, Blue Moon. I don't know any of these things. Maybe I just imagined it. It must be the beginning of that trailer, right? Must have been the beginning of that trailer. Fine. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap up. I'm looking forward to May. But looking at May, looking forward to July. Man, I can't believe I'm looking forward to seeing things in the cinema. So rare for me now, right? So rare. Fine, I am back on Thursday night with more fun, frivolity, and cyber filth. All your favorite Fs. With that, I'm going to hit the end broadcast button. I'm going to hit it again. Say good night.